Estoy reuniendo un aquelarre. Tenemos que volver a la cima. Voy a recorrer la senda. Únete a mí.
Hi, Joe. This is Pedro from Heartstopper, Spain. How are you?
Good, thank you. Yeah, great.
It's so good to meet you. It's so nice to see you, and so good to see you in a Marvel show. How's it been so far, being a part of the Marvel universe?
It's been amazing. You know, I've had the most amazing experience on this show and with this group of people, and you know, I really am very proud of our show, and I really hope that people like it.
Yeah. Were you a fan of Marvel fan before joining the MCU?
I grew up with the MCU, so it's definitely been a very integral part of who I am as a person and my childhood.
You play Teen, and I feel like besides, you know, the mystery that surrounds him, he represents all the fans that were bewitched by Agatha and Catherine during WandaVision. And I wanted to ask you, you know, who do you admire? Who is your real life Agatha, like someone you're a fan of and know everything about them?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, Catherine Hahn, can I say that? She's definitely someone that I look up to a lot, and in the same way that Teen does Agatha. You know, I wouldn't say I'm a big enough. I'm not as much of a fan of anyone as much as Teen is to Agatha.
Yeah, and what was it like connecting with her? Because that's the central relationship in the show, and it's a very fun but also emotional and surprising dynamic to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a fun dynamic because there's so many different layers to it. You know, there's the obviously surface level comic sidekick level, and then there's the deeper what's the actual emotional connection between these characters, and there's something there, but we can't quite place it. And you know, does he softens Agatha in a way that no one else does, and why does he do that? And all of these different questions are so much fun to play and you know, really get to know with Catherine and Jack, and really dig deep into these characters. And Catherine is such an incredible actress. You know, to work with her on so closely was very much amazing.
Well, and speaking of working with Catherine and Jack and Deborah and everyone on the show, what was it like for you to go from a show like Heartstopper, where everybody is basically your age, to Agatha All Along, where you are the only kid in an all-female and older cast? What was that like for you on set?
I am a massive old soul, so it didn't really take much for me to feel, and they were all very, very accommodating and welcoming of me, which was really, really lovely.
I think that in a way the show represents the idea of queer young people finding refuge in older women, in a way, like mother figures and guides. What do you think about that?
Definitely, I think that's a thing that a lot of queer people can relate to, and teen similarly.
Yeah. Now, I talked to Sashir recently, and she said that she hasn't seen another Marvel project with this level of queer representation. And I agree, of course. I don't want to spoil anything, but Teen is not the only queer character in the show. How does that, you know, make you feel at a personal level, like the fact that you are in a groundbreaking show in the context of the MCU?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. You know, I really am very proud to be a part of it, and also very proud that Marvel feel like they can portray these characters. You know, I think that it's really great to have representation.
Yeah. Well, let's change the subject. Let's talk about the musical aspect of the show. You did Broadway last year. You debuted with Sweeney Todd, and you sing so beautifully. I saw the videos. Do you think Agatha and Marvel could be like a gateway to a Disney musical? Like, what character would you like to play in a remake or a stage adaptation?
Ooh, I mean, I love like the classic Disney musicals are all great. You know, I've been very much enjoying the remakes of all of the musical films recently. I was very much a Disney kid growing up, so yeah.
Is there a movie specifically that you like watched all the time and that you would like dream of being a part of?
I feel like they could make a good Toy Story musical.
I've heard you say in another interview how keeping the show's secrets is capital to the experience of watching Agatha. But I want to ask, because it's still, people are like obsessed nowadays with figuring everything out before watching something. So the theories, the connection, everything. What do you make of that? Like, why do you think people are so eager to to be spoiled and know everything
I
before a
think
show airs.
It's really great, people making theories. You know, that's part of the fun of Marvel is the theories and all of the connections and the what this might mean to this might mean to this might mean. You know, it's great. It's all part of the viewing experience. And I think no one actually wants to be spoiled. They just like theorizing about it all, which is really great. I think that's really a really lovely part of the fandom and really feels like a very unique thing to Marvel.
Yeah, and Marvel plays into that game also, right? Giving like clues in the trailers and sort of
and
adding
even
to
in
the
like
fire.
argument, releasing the sigil over Teen's mouth it brings speculation, which is great fun.
You talked about jumping to the movies, of course. What directors are in your bucket list? Who do you want to work with?
I love to work with Greta Gerwig. I think she's amazing. My friend Kit just got to work with Alex Garland, and I think he's a great director as well. There's so many great ones. I mean, obviously, like the big dogs. There's so many great directors I'd love to work with.
Greta is doing the new Narnia. Maybe you can have a character there.
I would absolutely love to.
Yeah. What about a horror movie? Because this show is, pretty much horror in different aspects and different sides of the genre. What was it like for you to be in a different horror movies, to put it in a way? And would you like to go on exploring that genre in films?
Yeah, I love horror films. I love the horror genre. And so to get to toy with that a little bit was really fun. All these different classic horror tropes that we got to explore was great fun. And I'd love to be in a horror film. That'd be fun.
Did you watch horror films to prepare for the show? Like, did Jack give you like classic films? Or?
There was a lot of in the script. We talk there's a lot of influences in the script, so I tried to watch as many of those films as possible. But I just like horror films in general. So
What are your favorites?
My favorite two are The Conjuring, and I love the Saw films.
Oh,
I feel
really?
Like I think that's not I don't know why. I think they're really, the first couple, gets a bit, and the new one is actually quite good, I thought. But they're very specific and niche for exactly what they are supposed to be. But The Conjuring, I think, is also a great film. That whole series, I think, is really good. And then there's the classics. I love The Shining.
Finally, I want to say Heartstopper season 3 is around the corner as well. You must be on cloud nine. Like, how does it feel to have two major shows coming almost at the same time that people are really looking forward to?
Busy. It feels very busy. It's going to be a very busy couple of weeks, and I'm very excited for it.
I want to wish you good luck with everything. And I want to declare fall season officially Locke season, because we're going to have you on our screens. Yeah. So thank you so much for your time, Joe. It was a real pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
La senda nos retará a demostrar lo que sabemos. No sabemos a qué nos enfrentamos. A nuestras pesadillas. ¿Y cómo pasamos la prueba sin tener poderes?